Every single day, career professionals make a massive mistake. And it's a mistake you might be making as well. And the funny thing is most people don't realize they're making that mistake. And that mistake is they ignore when recruiters reach out to them via LinkedIn. Now, some of you are probably thinking, well, Ben, I don't want to work with recruiters, or I'm not even looking for a job. So how is it a mistake? And despite the fact that you might not be looking, there is a huge reason why you should answer those messages. In today's video, I'm going to give you 6 different benefits you can have if you respond to recruiters on LinkedIn. And I'm also going to tell you how you should respond and who you respond to. Let's go. Now, first things first, there's a massive difference between a great recruiter and a bad recruiter. A great recruiter is going to be able to offer you a myriad of benefits, and a poor recruiter will waste your time. So how do you differentiate the two? I think the first thing you can do is just a bit of research. When a recruiter sends you a message on LinkedIn, go to their profile. It should be relatively clear. Do they have less than 500 connections? Do they have far more than 500 connections? Have they been at their job for a significant period of time and you see stability? Or are they brand new to the industry, or have they jumped around a bit, right? If you see someone who's jumped around a bit, well, that probably means they haven't been successful. Also look at recommendations. Are they recommended by people? And you can look at some of the things on their page, and it should be pretty obvious to you if they are a strong recruiter or not a strong recruiter. Once you make that determination that they are a good recruiter and they're not a poor recruiter, you should engage with them if they reach out to you, even if you're not looking for a new job. Now, let me tell you why. Now, the first major thing is access to opportunities. Most people who are not looking for a job right now would want to talk about their dream job, right? So you might not want to talk about a job that is very similar to the job that you're doing right now, but what if the job was clearly superior to what you were doing? Well, the reality is one of the best reasons to work with recruiters is access to opportunities. And recruiters actually have jobs that aren't online. You can go online to LinkedIn or Indeed or a variety of other sites that are in your niche, and there will be jobs. But there are recruiters out there who are aware of those jobs, but also have access to jobs that are not posted. They are confidential. They are jobs that a hiring manager specifically reached out to them and said, this is what I'm looking for. Go find me that person. And as a professional, you should want to know about those jobs. That's the hidden job market. And I've read articles that say that the hidden job market accounts for 70 to 80% of the jobs that get filled. I've since seen that debunked, but it is a significant amount. And if you close yourself off to working with recruiters, well, you close yourself off to all those opportunities as well. Now, the next reason you should partner with recruiters is access to hiring managers. Here's the thing, really good recruiters will have access to hiring managers. They will be able to literally say, hi, hiring manager, I talked to Ben earlier today. You told me you were looking for A, B, and C. Well, he has A, B, and C. When would you like to talk to him? And what's nice about that is you can avoid the challenge of needing to apply to a role, waiting to hear back, waiting to hear from a recruiter. Talking with an agency recruiter, headhunter, third-party recruiter can significantly shortcut the process and can get you talking to the person who makes decisions. Now, how do you determine that they have those connections? You can ask them the simple question, when is the next time you're talking to a hiring manager? Or when is the next time you're talking to the hiring manager for this role? And their answer is going to help you determine, do they actually have that access or not? But great recruiters, they have access to hiring managers. My team, we talk to the hiring managers we are working with on a weekly basis, every single week. So if you talk to one of my recruiters, for example, about a role, if they reach out to you, at the longest, you were looking at like 6 days until they can literally talk to the hiring manager about your specific background. That is the type of access that makes it worth working with a recruiter. The next big reason is influencing hiring managers on your behalf. A really good recruiter is going to have a reputation, and they're going to have a relationship with the hiring manager. The hiring manager will know that they know what they're talking about, and they know that they have helped them in the past. When a really good recruiter who has a relationship that's been built over time with a hiring manager goes, hey, I really think you should talk to this candidate, guess what? They're gonna talk to that candidate. And you want that candidate to be you. Another huge benefit to working with a recruiter who has a good relationship with hiring managers and has significant time spent in the industry is they can influence the outcome to your benefit. Speaking of influencing the outcome to your benefit, the best thing you can do is to elevate your candidacy and become the best candidate possible. And one of the easiest ways to do that is in the description box. There's actually the first link is a link to my full interview prep guide. It's got instructional content to help you be the best candidate possible. It helps you create and craft stories that elevate your candidacy and position you to be the perfect, most hireable candidate. And there's templates for different messages you can send to hiring managers to help move you through the process. It is a complete guide that will immediately make you a top 1% candidate. Another huge reason that you want to work with recruiters is they can actually give you helpful information about the salary. For example, when you talk to them, you can actually ask, what is the salary range? They're more likely to give you that information than the hiring manager, and then you get an idea. Oftentimes you'll tell them a number, they'll tell you the range, and after you interview, you can actually have a conversation. Okay, have you shared with them my salary range? What do they think about that? Do you think I can get an offer like that? Good recruiters will have that kind of information, and they're willing to have candid conversations with you because they understand that playing games here isn't going to help them get closer to their end goal, which is filling the role. So it's a great way to get information on salary. Another big benefit that most people don't get is that when you get into the process, a good recruiter can give you information on where you stand relative to the other candidates, right? I mean, think about it. A traditional job hunt, you apply, you get an interview, you go through a couple interviews, you have no idea where you stand. Are you the best candidate? Are you the second place candidate? Are you the best candidate? Or are you the candidate that they definitely aren't going to make an offer to? A good recruiter could actually give you information. You could say, okay, how many candidates are there? Am I interviewing against a bunch of people, or are they in a situation where there's not that many? And a lot of times they'll be able to provide you that information and give you an idea as to where you stand. And that can be incredibly helpful as a candidate. Another thing that's incredibly helpful as a candidate is using AI to get you more interviews. And if you're not doing it, your competition probably is. That's why I made this video here. This video here is 4 different tools that are AI tools that can help elevate your candidacy immediately. You're probably curious, so I'll see you over there.